Alright, hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here and I got another review video for you. Now with this video, I'm going to be touching on audio quality for your YouTube channel. So as far as the videos go, there's really two important aspects when it comes down to it. There is the video and then there's the audio. So with video, I think I got that box checked because I'm currently filming on my A5100 from Sony. I picked it up used for $45, so if you want to kind of see how I got that for 45 bucks and follow that journey, then follow the card up above because I explained that in a video that I posted. So that's done. So the second part is going to be audio quality, and there's a couple of different ways to get some better audio because most people are stuck using their phone or using a camera that does not have a mic input, and how can you make the audio sound better with those? So with what I'm doing right now, you can do two different things. So one, you can do a lavalier mic and a lapel mic type thing, and it goes on your shirt. You plug it into your smartphone, you're good to go. The problem with that, and the problem with my second option that I'm about to explain, is that you have to do some extra steps with it. You're not lucky enough to just plug it into like a DSLR and just have the mic going and you're good to go with an external like Rode mic or something. So you have to put it on your computer, and then in post and editing, then you have to sync up the audio with the audio from the videos. So a lot of times before you start your video, you would clap your hands, and then that peak in that audio you would be able to match up a little bit easier. So then that way it's easier to match up your voice, and that way you're not getting the Godzilla effect of your mouth moving and the audio not matching up. So that's one option. It's a cheap option. Lapel mics are like 20 bucks on Best Buy's website. Probably get some better ones for closer to 100. But hey, I think if you're starting off with a budget, 20 bucks is not going to be bad. The second option is what I did, and that's going out and buying an external recorder. And what I ended up buying was the Zoom H1. Now I bought this used for $40 on Facebook Marketplace, so depending on your neighborhood, you might be able to pick it up for the same, you might be able to pick up a little less, you might be able to pick up for a little more. I don't know, but I paid 40 bucks. I wanted black, but I got red. It is what it is, it's what the guy had. And it's a super easy recorder to use. And so with this video, what I want to do is go over a couple of things. So one, I want to go over the body real quick. I'm not going to go over a technical review. I just want to kind of say, hey, this is the body, here are the buttons, this is what it is. And then what I want to do is then switch over and do some audio tests. So the first audio test is going to be inside my room here. And I'm using the onboard mics right now on the A5100. But what I'm going to do is then switch over to the H1 and then give you some idea of how it sounds in a controlled environment inside a closed door, closed bedroom type of thing. And then the third test that I'm going to do in my room is actually put on a dead cat. So I bought this dead cat for 10 bucks on Amazon's website. I don't know if I'm going to keep it because it doesn't really fit on the H1 like it says it's supposed to. It kind of pops off a little bit too easy. But either way, it should do the job for the videos. So I want to give you an idea of what it sounds like with a dead cat on, so that way you get a better understanding of, okay, do I want to put a dead cat on it? Do I not want to put a dead cat on it? From everything I've seen, a dead cat or like a black foam kind of windscreen type thing would be better than not having it, because I heard this picks up a lot of background noise, but in this testing we'll find out. I won't know until this video is put together, so I'll find out almost when y'all do. But yeah, then I'm going to go out, I'm going to go drive to a park. So on my way to the park, I'm going to do some video testing or some audio testing with the H1. Then when I get to the park, I'm going to do some audio testing with it and see if it sounds any better. So let's dive into the body and let's see what you got when you get this. So as far as the body goes, it's pretty straightforward. I don't want to get into a technical review of this. I just want to say, hey, here are the buttons. This is kind of what it is. So as you can see on the front, pretty straightforward. You got a screen here. It's pretty simple. Has all the audio levels, tells you the bit rate, tells you everything. Pretty simple. And then below it, you got your record button. Pretty simple. Push it once, it records. Push it once again, stops recording. Pretty straightforward. And then you got some branding down at the bottom. And then at the top, it does say record/peak, but when you're recording, it'll flash red, so it lets you know it's actually recording it on. And then when you flip it over to the side, so the side here has got a bunch of different buttons and, okay, so yeah, a bunch of different buttons and everything like that when it comes down to it. So one is you have the most important thing, in my opinion, is a microphone line in input. So you can plug in an actual external microphone to this, and easy peasy, pretty self-explanatory. Plug in a Rode mic, and you're going to get better audio quality. So it puts this on steroids, basically. Then you got your input levels there, so you can, if you don't have the auto leveling on, you can adjust the inputs. Then you got your pretty straightforward play pause button. You got your forward and go back button, and then you got the trash can, which obviously means delete. And then you got the power button, so it's a sliding power button. So to turn it on, you slide it down and hold it. Then to turn it off, you do the same, and then you can push it up to hold, and that'll actually like hold everything so you don't accidentally bump any buttons or anything to mess up your audio recording. And then of course a USB jack or input there. If you flip it over to the other side, then you have a headphone input, so you can plug in a headphone, which is nice because if you want to listen to your audio while you're out and about, it's a lot easier to hear it using headphones. And then you got your volume up and down buttons, so that way if you want to bump up the volume or turn it down when you're listening to it, because it does have a speaker right here at the bottom. So you are able to listen to the audio, but it's very hard to hear it, especially if you're outside. So even when you're inside, if you turn it up all the way, it's not giving you a good idea of what it actually sounds like. So whatever. And then on the back, there is a few buttons here down here that are pretty easy to explain. So it says low cut, auto level, and then record format. So low cut I leave on, audio leveling I leave on, which at some point I might be turning those off because I've seen a lot of videos where like professionals are saying turn them off and you can adjust that in editing, but I'm not that fancy yet, so I'm going to leave those on and let it do its work. And then at the bottom I do leave it on WAV instead of MP3 because it's just a better audio file. Now there is a 1/4 inch spot here where you can hook this up to a tripod or whatever. And then as far as the battery goes, it is a AA battery, so it is not a rechargeable lithium ion battery or anything like that. It is just a straight up AA battery. It does have a pretty decent battery life, but I would recommend carrying some extra batteries with you if you're going to go out and about and do some recording and stuff like that, because yeah, it only takes these batteries. So now let's dive into some audio, and I'm going to flip it over to switching it to the H1 audio right now and give you an idea of what it sounds like. So let's do that right now. Okay, so now we got the H1 hooked up. I got it on a tripod about 1.5 feet away from me or so. I'm in my bedroom, the door's closed, it's super quiet in here. So this will give you a good idea of what it sounds like. Now I got the auto leveling on, the low cut on, and the format is in WAV. So we'll see how it does with my voice and everything like that. So like I said, it should sound a lot better than it does on the onboard mics on the camera. So one thing that I did see in some reviews is that they say that there is a lot of hiss sounding maybe, or very silent kind of hiss in the background when it's dead quiet. So let's see if we can hear that. I don't know. So you tell me, comment down below, let me know if you can hear it. But I have heard that it is loud if it's quiet, if that makes sense. So either way, so this is without the dead cat. So now let's flip on the dead cat, let's stick it on, and let's see if it sounds any different or any better. Okay, so here we are. So here's the audio with the dead cat on. So let me know what it sounds like, if it sounds any better. It's supposed to, from my understanding, obviously, from even videos that I've seen, when someone put a dead cat on, even in a quiet environment like this, it did sound better. So let me know down in the comments if it does sound better. So now what I want to do is switch over and drive to a park by my house. So let's do some audio testing in my car, and let's do some audio testing out at the park. So now let's jump in my car and let's go do that right now. Alright guys, so this is going to be the first test that I do. So I'm driving right now in my vehicle. It is a very bumpy road, so sorry if the video is shaking like crazy. So we're going to do 3 different tests. So right now I'm recording the audio from just the onboard mics with my Sony a5100. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the H1, and then the H1 with the dead cat. So this is the audio that you should expect while you're driving, or, you know, kind of in a loud, you know, road noise kind of situation, but onboard mics. And let's switch over to the H1 right now. Okay guys, so this is going to be the audio that you can expect using the Zoom H1 without a dead cat. So I'm in my car right now, so the sound and everything might not be as optimal as it should sound like, but the vehicle's running. I got the air conditioning running. I'm just pulled over in a parking lot right now. Now I have the H1 just sitting in my chair here. I got it actually on a little tripod mount, but either way, it's just sitting here. So you might be picking up some different movements and stuff from the vehicle. But I do have low cut on and auto level on, and I have it set to wave. So this will give you an idea of the sound inside a vehicle. So now let's switch over and put the dead cat on and see what that sounds like. Okay guys, so now this is going to be the audio with the dead cat on, sitting in my car, same conditions, got the car running, got the air conditioning running, but this time I slipped the dead cat on, so still, like I said, same thing, sitting on the same tripod, sitting in the same spot, maybe about a foot and a half away from me. So this is kind of the quality that you're going to get. Like I said, I have no clue what it sounds like until I edit the video and post it, so I actually won't really know until that point, but I have to imagine with the dead cat on, it's probably going to sound maybe just a little bit better than the video without it. But comment down below, let me know what y'all think. And now let's go do a little bit of walking outside. It's pretty breezy day today, so it's going to be a real good test and testament to the dead cat and see what kind of job it does there. So let's jump out and let's go on a little walk. Alright, so I actually got out here to start taking the walk, and I thought, hey, there's some benches here, so let's do kind of a quick sit down with the Zoom H1 and audio quality. It is kind of breezy, as you can see the trees moving behind me, so I'm going to do another test real quick with just sitting down outside, and then we'll do some walking and kind of go from there. So this is the audio with the onboard microphones on my A5100. Now let's switch over to the Zoom. Okay, and here is the audio without a dead cat with the Zoom H1. Same thing, I'm outside, super windy. It's sitting on a tripod on the same table where my camera is, sitting maybe about a foot and a half away from me. But like I said, as you can see in the background, a lot of trees moving and blowing in the wind. So this is the audio quality you'll get without a dead cat on the H1. So this is going to be the audio with the Zoom H1 with a dead cat on. So it is real breezy still. I see the dead cat just flapping in the wind here, but as you can see the trees are behind me moving around quite a bit. But I wanted to do this real quick with the dead cat on, and here you go. This is what it sounds like. Okay, so now I'm walking on this trail here. Got the A51 just on my Sunpack kind of grip pod thing that I bought a few days ago. But this is going to be the audio quality walking with the wind blowing. Got nature behind me here. So this is how it sounds with the onboard mics. Okay, so here's going to be the audio quality with the Zoom H1. Now I am holding it with my hand, so there might be a little bit of some misrepresentation from the sound that you're going to be getting, just because it might be picking up like bumping my camera a little bit. But I am trying to hold it as steady as I can. There's some guy in some crappy little Honda Civic that just made a really loud noise in the background, so maybe you can hear that in the background as well. But either way, this is the audio with the Zoom H1 without a dead cat. Okay, so this is going to be the audio quality that you're going to get with the dead cat on the H1. So same thing, I'm holding it with my hand. I do have it on a tripod, but once again, I am holding it with the same hand that I'm holding the camera and the grip pod that I'm using. So you might be picking up a little bit of that bumping around, but like I said, with the dead cat on, walking, like I said, I mean, you can see here, it's just super windy. So a lot of background noise and everything like that. So just let me know what it sounds like with the actual dead cat. So here you go. Alright guys, so that's the video. So if there's any comments or questions you have, comment down below, let me know. I hope that y'all were able to tell that that Zoom H1 recorder does a really good job, in my opinion, versus the onboard mics, especially outside in the wind. So yeah, so comment down below, hit that like button, please subscribe, and yeah, have a great day guys, be safe.